The newly elected president of US, Donald Trump, will officially take over his charge in January next year. In this period, before the transfer of power takes place, the Democrats have geared up to create chaos across the world for the incoming Trump administration. From allowing Ukraine to send missiles into Russia to the latest indictment of the Gautam Adani group by US prosecutors, the Democrats have decided to create a mayhem for Donald Trump and favor their Chinese interests. So let me start off with the latest headlines going about a hit job against Adani by the US. Well, it is some sort of a mere coincidence or what that the Democrats in US decided to file an indictment against Adani Group at the same time when Donald Trump had started replacing the entire Justice Department and the attorney that had issued his indictment against Adani. For the information of our viewers, Trump was revamping the entire US Justice Department as just recently he appointed a new attorney for the New York Southern District. In fact, interestingly, the Eastern District Attorney in US, where the indictment was filed against Adani, would have been replaced by Trump in a few days. So clearly this seems like a desperate attempt by the Democrats in US to try on their last bid effort to favor the Chinese interest, because clearly ousting Adani from the US favors their own interest, and Adani's renewable energy projects were also directly challenging China's companies in the global market. You can read this full exposing thread on the Chronology where they have debunked the interest of the US ecosystem by jumping into the Adani case. And of course, there is a George Soros connection here as well. So it becomes obvious why the US looks so interested in India at this particular moment. And favoring Chinese interests have been the priority game for Democrats. For instance, Elon Musk EV ventures started getting targeted in the US as they were posing competition to Chinese electric vehicle companies. And this similar thing Democrats in US are doing against the Adani Group. Because if I talk about the whistleblower in the case, which is Azure, Adani's competitor, then he is backed by foreign investors. And all the statements made are just mere allegations and no proven facts as of yet. Such cases are common in the US and often result in investigations without leading to any criminal conviction. I will give you the example of Google and Meta here, who have also faced similar situations in the past. For Google in 2019, the US Department of Justice initiated an antitrust investigation into Google's dominance in the online advertising market. But nothing as of now has been done against the Chinese corporations in US who have well-documented ties with the Chinese Communist Party. Their firms were involved in global surveillance, intellectual property theft, and market monopolization. Chinese firms are still openly operating freely in the US as the Democrats continue to show their allegiance towards CCP. And one of the recent examples of this allegiance of US with China is the news over Kenyan President William Ruto cancelling the 30-year Adani deal to build power lines and an airport in the country due to the indictment on Adani by US District Court. This picture of Kenyan President William Ruto with Alex Soros, son of George Soros, gives a good clarity on how after US, the Soros agents have intervened in Kenya as well to oust Adani and favor Chinese influence here as well. Because the Chinese firms were at the front line of tenders that were floated to develop airports at Kenya. Now, this is a different fact that Beijing watching up the tenders have led to severe loss to the African nation. Now coming back to Democrats creating chaos for the Trump administration in the US. So there is the second instance as well that should be mentioned here, which is that of the Biden administration allowing Ukraine to use US missiles in Russia. Because soon after Ukraine hit Russia with US-made ATACMS missiles, Russian President Vladimir Putin updated Russia's nuclear doctrine, where Moscow will consider aggression from any non-nuclear state, but with the participation of a nuclear country, a joint attack on Russia. So you see how this is a sheer aim to escalate war tensions and make it difficult for the Trump administration to handle the US-Russia relations when he assumes office.